This week on MLS Insider.
What a moment. Why come back to MLS now, and why Seattle?
I look forward to being back in the States and, also coming back to the league. There is that pressure that, there are going to be eyes on you and there's going to be expectations. I'm just going to go out there and enjoy my soccer.
We can stop blinking and start believing now as Clint Dempsey makes his entrance.
Come on, kick it. Can you kick the ball? Can you score a goal? Can you score a goal? You can score a goal?
How you doing?
Hey,
Jackson.
We look forward to you playing. Come on, so we can talk for a couple minutes.
Jackson. All right, cool. Thank you.
You got him?
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
We're gonna hang out by the Seahawks locker room.
Yep.
So no one bugs them before. So we have 30 seconds to take one photo just of the jersey for our photo.
Still here?
Yeah. So we'll just walk out there in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so they only gave me 30 seconds. So just play ball with me. I'm going to welcome everybody to the field and point them to the video screen. There's a 45-second clip, which I guess is all I could find that was any good to do. So
All right.
at that point, take off your sweatshirt.
Okay.
Right, and they'll have the Sounders thing.
Yeah.
Is that right, or does he speak before?
Exactly what are we instructing him to do during the reveal? Exactly what's he doing? I just kind of want to walk through what you're gonna have him rehearse.
he's just gonna-
Once he does that, what's he doing?
Then he's gonna grab the mic.
No, Joe's gonna
hold
get
it
the scarf.
first.
He's gonna hold the scarf up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we instructing him to ever turn around and kind of address the crowd like a golden scarf person would do? Turn around.
Yeah.
360.
Yeah, let's try to do that. We'll try to do that. We'll try to make that the end.
I am trying to put together all the logistics. So, what time does he arrive? What entrance does he arrive? Is there security there? I think the fans will go crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, it's been amazing with the Dempsey watch on Twitter last night. Was unbelievable.
Siggy Schmidt joining us on the Zeke's Pizza Hotline. Coach, how are you, pal?
I'm fine, Coffee. How are you doing?
I'm good. I appreciate this. Former professional player, current Fox Soccer employee, Keith Costigan, wrote on Twitter about, I think, an hour and a half ago that the Seattle Sounders are interested in bringing Clint Dempsey back to the MLS. Tell me about that.
So at 1:53 Pacific time, there was this initial tweet.
The Twittersphere, or however you call it, was nuts. We tried like crazy to keep the lid on it.
I know Clint. I've talked to him when he was here when they played against Panama. I was like, there's nothing there, that I can say right now.
And then one of our players, Eddie Johnson, tweeted this for everybody to calm down.
Hey, listen, Siggy, I appreciate this.
Okay,
All
take
right,
care.
Siggy Schmidt.
I'll say this, that was not a flat no.
Of course it was.
That was anything but a flat no.
I mean, look,
that was interesting.
Kind of left the door open there.
And then the big hullabaloo that kind of led to the craziness was this tweet at the San Francisco airport. And from there, everything just kind of blew up via Twitter.
There were great misdirects from fans. He was on a flight to Seattle, then he went to another gate and he was coming into a different airport. There were rumors of them going to Everton,
Fans drove out to the SeaTac airport.
but we were able to get him off sort of a side door and got him out of the airport without anyone seeing him in Seattle.
Adrian will give you the scarf, do the 4 sides, and we'll just follow me off.
Awesome.
Right.
Sounds good.
Right.
Sounds good.
Remember, he's gonna hand you the scarf. Remember, high up above your head.
Well, Clint, it's great to have you visiting us here. I understand you're in town to check out our team and some of the other teams, and a guy who's 30 years old, best American player we've ever produced. Have you made up your mind?
It was great, the reception. I've never felt so welcoming at home. Just seeing the fans and going up and shaking a few of the fans' hands, it was a dream come true. Because as a kid, you know, growing up in Nacogdoches, Texas, you know, the game that I loved wasn't always the most popular one. And to come in the stadium and have the whole stadium being as excited as that for this team and for me, it was a great moment.
Well, it's a fine start by Seattle as we welcome the Sounders' brand new signing, Clint Dempsey. Clint, it is terrific to have you here in the Pacific Northwest. The first question, why come back to MLS now and why Seattle?
Well, the opportunity came up. You know, going into the season, I thought I was going to be at Tottenham. But MLS and the Seattle Sounders, they moved mountains to get me here.
What a moment before this game. The crowd were revved up. I think they knew what was coming. It was the sweetest of sweet moments.
So what's up, man? Dude, I've been on lockdown. I couldn't say nothing. I was like, you know, coming in, it didn't get done till late last night, all the final paperwork.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I thought I was going to go into the season, and I was prepared. And, you know, I was like, you know, they said they would, you know, take good care of you, and they really want you to come back. And I was like, well, in that case, well, I'll listen to it. I heard there was like rumors going around that they were looking maybe to try something different. So I didn't know if there was any truth in that or not. I mean, they said that there wasn't, but you know how, you know, stuff goes. And then the fact that they were listening to offers and saying that they would, you know, work and sell me, I thought, okay.
Let you get on.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Nice to meet you, bro.
And I'll see you after the game.
All right, bro.
Congrats.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think I was someone that needed to experience going overseas. You know, I felt like I was able to get the things out of it that I wanted. And now I'm looking forward to coming back to this league that gave me my start. You know, trying to help, you know, continue the growth of it.
Coming up on MLS Insider.
You don't want it to feel like a job. You want to feel like you know, you're a kid, you know, being able to live your dream. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro.
The big story, Clint Dempsey's MLS Seattle Sounders debut, having come back to the league after 7 years away.
I look forward to being back in the States and, you know, also coming back to the league. There is that pressure that, you know, there are going to be eyes on you and there's going to be expectations that others have on you, but I'm someone who always put a lot of expectations on myself, a lot of pressure on myself to succeed and to do well, so I'm just going to go out there and enjoy my soccer. And I think if you enjoy your soccer, then everything else will kind of take care of itself. You want to get right. You want to get right. You want to enjoy life and be happy doing what you do. You don't want it to feel like a job. You want to feel like you're a kid, you know, being able to live your dream. What's nice about coming back to MLS, and especially Seattle, is I have friends who are on the team already. So when I'm around the team, it really feels like a team for me. Whereas when I've been in Europe at times, it feels like a business. You just feel like you're always on guard. I don't know if that was me being an American in that environment, or it's that cutthroat or that competitive that it makes you feel like that. But for me, it's nice to come back and feel like a real team.
Together now, together, that's us.
I'm really excited about that aspect of it. It just really feels like people are genuinely happy for other people when they're doing well. That's the vibe I get.
There it is, yes!
And it's the opening goal for Seattle.
Eddie, well done! Well done, boys, well done!
And now Martins, sweet turn, lining it up, tremendous block. Obafemi Martins felt that.
He's not going to be able to continue from the looks of things.
Could this be the moment?
So you in for Oba, okay, you play underneath Eddie, keep Eddie up as the forward, you play underneath him, huh? Yeah, go and run a little bit.
I'm sure it's not the circumstances he would have liked to come on for the injured Obafemi Martins. But right now, here comes Seattle's dream big signing.
Hey, just don't go crazy until you flow into it a little bit, you know, you get your rhythm, okay?
Clint, just be careful till you get fully warmed up, huh?
We can stop blinking and start believing now as Clint Dempsey makes his entrance.
It'd be great to get on the field and do what you do and play the game how I love to play it. Use my skill, take people on.
Real chance for Clint Dempsey to attack. It's his first touch for the Sounders. Could it be his first goal for Dempsey? Brushed down by Ashton Morgan. And it would have been a wonderful, wonderful moment if Clint Dempsey had been able to stick that one away.
It's a roller coaster, that's what the game is. Happy, mad, depressed, excited, that's why I love it.
Might be on for a shot here, curls it, and that's a very good save.
I just look forward to seeing him do his magic on the field and making the other players around him better. Great players have an ability to make the guy playing next to him a better player, and I think Clint's going to make better players out of the guys next to him, and he's going to supply that bit of magic at key moments for us.
There again, indication of the quality of Dempsey with that little flick. And the Sounders prevail on Clint Dempsey's debut.
When I first started out, I had a real big chip on my shoulder. Felt like I wasn't picked for teams, and I was angry, man. And it just like motivated me to do well. And I think the better that I did and the more successful I became, the more chill I've become. You know, I still work hard and still try to be the best player that I can be, and I'm a very competitive person, but I'm just not as angry as I used to be when I was first starting out in the league.
How excited are you to make an impact on this league?
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to this league. The league that gave me a chance to accomplish my dream of being a professional soccer player, and get back and play with. The media stuff is more difficult than actual playing. Once you get on the field, and you can mix it up with the boys, and become part of the team and try to work towards our goal of getting in the playoffs and then pushing to try to win MLS Cup. So that's what it's all about.
Coming up on MLS Insider.
So Clint, when you left the league in 2006, for all intents and purposes, you were a kid with something to prove. Hey everyone, it's me, Jimmy Conrad, your favorite MLS player of all time. And now that I've stopped kicking the ball around with other grown men in small shorts, someone had the good idea of giving me the platform to interview important people in the game. And first up is the newest member of the Seattle Sounders, Clint Dempsey, on the show my friends like to call MLS Insider. So Clint, when you left the league in 2006, for all intents and purposes, you were a kid with something to prove. And now, 7 years, you come back as a man, and some would say the man, and as a bona fide American superstar. How does that feel?
I wouldn't say the man. I would say it feels good to come back to the States. I'm excited about, coming home and continuing the growth of the league. But wanted to try myself at the highest level and see where that would take me.
Now, what was the tipping point, the moment where you thought that this was the right decision to come back for you and your family? I mean, was it something that Spurs did, somebody they signed? Or was it simply watching your kids play in the backyard in London and thinking, you know what, it's time to go home?
I think it was a little bit of everything. Every time where I come back, it got more difficult to go back to preseason. You can see like my grandparents starting to get older. Just want to be around there for them too, because life is short and you want to make the most of it. So like throughout my career, it's always been that balance of trying to accomplish your goals, but at the same time not forgetting about family. You know, I still want to test myself and still want to do well when I come back, and it's important for me to come back when I'm in my prime and not when I'm past it, because coming back to be successful. But, you know, being around family played a large role in that.
There's been a lot of discussion around the World Wide Web talking about your return to MLS and how it could diminish your skills for next summer's World Cup, which is a complete joke and doesn't dignify a response. However, bringing the World Cup into the conversation, how much consideration do you give an event that happens every 4 years on a decision that you're making that's going to affect your everyday life?
Yeah, another good question, man. You're on fire. What I would say is you want to do well in the World Cup. You only can play in a certain amount of World Cups. You're lucky if you can even play in one. But the most important thing is to be confident and to be, you know, feeling good about your play and the style that you're playing. Because I think you can play for a really, you know, top team, and if you're not playing consistently, well, then your confidence is not going to be there. Mm-hmm. In an ideal situation, you want to be playing on a top team and playing all the time. You also have to look at some of the MLS players that get called into the national team camp. They're able to compete with guys from Europe for a spot in that starting 11 to play in these World Cup qualifying matches. So it shows you that it doesn't matter what league you're playing in, long as you're playing and you're playing good and consistently, you're going to be able to help the team, and you're going to be able to put yourself in a position to be in the starting 11 come the World Cup.
Now, one of the ramifications of your decision to come back could be that you could face some obstacles that were similar to what David Beckham faced when he joined the Galaxy, which was kind of threw their salary, their leadership, their attention off balance, and kind of threw stuff out of whack, and it took them a few years to figure it out. Is that a concern for you? Are you doing anything to ensure that that doesn't happen with Seattle?
Well, all I can control is just going out, working hard every day in training, doing the best that I can to try to help the team win games, be a good teammate. You know, if someone has questions, be able to be there for them, give them a little bit of what I've learned through my experience. Maybe it can help them. I'm just going to be me, and, you know, hopefully that works out. You know, I'm not going to try to, you know, to change.
Now, many players, fans, coaches, and myself included, considered you the torchbearer of Americans in Europe. And your stubborn persistence to be great was our collective stubborn persistence to be great. Did you ever feel that weight of responsibility, and that maybe by leaving you're maybe letting us down?
I didn't feel that responsibility. I mean, selfishly, I was just trying to do well for myself and my family. And it was difficult over there, coming off the bench a little bit, but then ending the season well, getting the goal that kept the team up, and then going through all the different managers. I didn't have time to think about anything else than, okay, new manager's coming in. How am I going to make a difference? How am I going to get into this starting lineup? While I was over there, I was just trying to do me, you know, play the best soccer that I could play, enjoy it, take care of my family. And when I got called into the national team, try to do well when I was there. I think if you start thinking about too much outside of soccer, I think you can get off track, and you can start to lose who you are because you're trying to please other people. And if you try to please other people, then you're not always going to be happy. So as long as I can look myself in the mirror and be happy with the man that I've become, and that my kids can look up to, and my parents can look down at, then, you know, I'm happy.
I can't wait to see what your impact is for Major League Soccer and to see how you inspire the kids of this country. So welcome back, Mr. Clint Dempsey.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And the one that slumped to 2 wins out of their first 21 games. Oh, what a move by McInerney. Ball loose, top of the box, blocked on a shot. Oh, it's off the crossbar!
Coming up on MLS Insider.
Welcome to MLS Storytime Theater. Welcome to MLS Storytime Theater. I'm the world champion, Judah Friedlander. Today's story is called Preki and the Invention of Spell Check. Footballers of a certain distinction get to use only one name. Instead of Edson Arantes do Nascimento, we say Pelé. Instead of Judah Friedlander, we say world champion. That's right, world champion is one word. And instead of Predrag Radosavljevic, we say Preki. Preki came to the US from Serbia in 1985 and became one of the greatest indoor soccer players the world has ever seen. Playing indoors in San Jose, Preki averaged more than 2 goals a game and became the darling of Silicon Valley. Remember that now. Now, by the time MLS formed in 1996, Preki was already 33 years old, but his left foot was magical and his age didn't seem to matter. With the Kansas City Wizards, Preki won the Golden Boot and League MVP in 1997, then helped lead them to the double in 2000. By this point, he was a US citizen and a national team hero. And in 2003, at the age of 40, Preki again led MLS in scoring and won his second MVP. To honor Preki, the KC supporters came up with a special cheer just for him. It went something like this. My MVP has a first name, it's Preki. My MVP has a second name, it's Radosavljevic. It was a young software designer, one of Preki's groupies from Silicon Valley, who invented the cheer. Unfortunately, many fans just couldn't spell Preki's last name correctly, and this guy grew so frustrated that he went home to California and invented spell check. Truth or MLS legend? I'm not going to tell you, but it's right here in the book. I'm the world champion, Judah Friedlander. Join me again next time for MLS Storytime Theater.
On the next MLS Insider.
My first goal was beautiful for me because I tried to show the people that I want to play in Poland, and this is a good first impression.